Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. By show of hands that I cannot see, how many of you have had mentoring have a positive impact on your life? I know I have. I've been very fortunate over my life to have a number of mentors that have really guided and influenced and shaped who I am. It wasn't until very recently, though, that I got a chance to be a mentor myself. This mentorship story technically starts about 20 years ago when I met one of my best friends, Janice. Now, the Janice that I know and see and love is amazing. She's passionate, she's fiery, she's intelligent, she's strong, she's gifted, she's brimming with potential. But she doesn't always see that. And if you were to meet her, you might not see it either. You see, my best friend Janice has social anxiety. And as somebody with generalized anxiety disorder, I can understand it. One of the benefits of a friendship that has spanned more than 2 decades is that we've been able to have a lot of really deep and meaningful conversations. And one of the things that we've been talking about a lot lately has been self-confidence. Now, she is intensely afraid of public speaking. A lot of people are. It's one of the most pervasive phobias in the entire world. There are people that would rather jump off a cliff than stand in front of an audience and speak. And she's one of them. During many of these deep conversations, I started to bring up Toastmasters. I felt that with just a little push, she could become even greater than she already is, and people could see it. And after much talking and much going over, here's what Toastmasters is, she joined. I was so excited. This was her first step. She was a little caterpillar waiting to become a butterfly, and I was helping guide her. She was silent the first few meetings in Toastmasters, which was fine. I had told her, don't speak until you're ready. If you speak before you're ready, it's going to potentially be a little traumatic. Wait until you're ready. Well, her moment came, ready or not. In one meeting, the table topics master was calling on people at random. I was frantically sending them chats. Don't call on her yet. She told me she wasn't ready. Don't call on her yet. They didn't get my chats, and they called on her, and I froze. And I waited. My job as a mentor is not to tell her she isn't ready. My job is to wait and see if she needs me and let her make the call. And she was. It was amazing. She gave such a wonderful first speech in table topics, and she won best table topics. A few meetings later, she gave her first speech. It was amazing. She had woven herself a little cocoon and started to emerge. And in that day, she burst forth, and she had the most beautiful wings you have ever seen. It was magnificent. She was eloquent as I always knew she could be. No ums, no uhs. She won Best Speaker. Naturally gifted. And as I said, she's very passionate about a number of causes. And I knew that if she could keep pursuing this, she could do great things for those causes. When her speech was done, I reached up to my camera, I closed the lens, and I cried. It was beautiful. I knew how hard this was for her. She was terrified, she was shaking, and she did it anyways. All I did as her mentor was help guide her to this moment, help her break out of that cocoon, and getting to witness such magnificence was an honor and a privilege. I loved it. So you can probably see the impact that mentoring had on my mentee. She, in my opinion, is well on her way to becoming an excellent public speaker. But what impact did that have on me? Well, you see, I was in a 6-month-long intense leadership course. Over this course, we tore ourselves apart. The first class, people were crying. We dug deep into ourselves. And the last class came after Janice's speech, and we were supposed to write a vision statement. What is our North Star? Who do we want to be? What do we want to guide us? And I'm filling out the questionnaire, and I'm like, I've never really known what I wanted to be when I grow up, and I'm filling it out. And then I thought of Janice. I thought of my best friend, and it dawned on me. Helping people change. That's my North Star. I work professionally in organizational change management, which is where you help organizations navigate change. And I've always enjoyed that part of my job. But getting to see somebody grow and change simply because you reached out and you helped guide them was life-changing for me. Helping my best friend become a butterfly helped me answer the question of what do I want to do with my life? I want to help people change. I want to help people grow and soar and spread their wings just like she did. If you haven't been a mentee yet, if you haven't been a mentor yet, I highly recommend it. I never understood what people said when they said teachers learn just as much from their students as their students do from them until I became the pseudo teacher that I am. I understand now. It is life-changing, soul-shattering. If you haven't become a mentor or mentee yet, I highly recommend you start at Toastmasters. Go to your president, your vice president of education, say, I want a mentor, or I want to be a mentor. You could change someone's life. You could change your own life. Hopefully the next time someone asks that question, raise your hand. If mentoring has had a positive impact on you, you'll be able to say yes. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.